You have the greatest impact on the health and safety of yourself and everyone around you. We all need to treat health and safety with the utmost respect. When you start a new position, it's important to be aware of all the safety rules and procedures to avoid injury. New and younger workers are much more likely to get hurt because the most dangerous time is the first month on the job. This is when the workplace is still new, and workers aren't yet familiar with the tasks and the environment.
At StressCrete Group, our goal is simple: to have every employee return home to their families healthy and safe. That's why safety is one of our 12 core values. If you're unsure about anything, ask questions and stay educated on health and safety. You're the one with the most control over your own safety, so please take the proper precautions outlined in this video.
True or false? New workers are more likely to get hurt at work than those who have been on the job longer. The internal responsibility system means that everybody in the workplace is responsible for their own safety and for that of their coworkers. In other words, everybody plays a role in health and safety. The employer, the supervisors, the workers, and the Health and Safety Committee.
What sets StressCrete Group apart is that we're a family business, and we look at all our employees as a member of our family.
Supervisors ensure workers comply with health and safety laws, ensure that any PPE is worn and used properly, advise employees of potential safety hazards, and, in general, provide a safe working environment. Starting with the daily pre-shift discussions where all employees are reminded to work safely throughout the day, right into Safety Week, where all employees are involved in a week-long Work Safe campaign. The worker is responsible for following all the rules established by the company and the law. This includes using equipment and protective gear properly, and letting their supervisor know of any dangers or unusual things they spot in the workplace. The Joint Health and Safety Committee is responsible for making recommendations on the workplace health and safety programs. They inspect the workplace once a month and get together to discuss and address issues affecting our workplace. All employees are encouraged to participate in our health and safety program and may request to become a member when openings become available. True or false? The internal responsibility system means that everybody in the workplace is responsible for health and safety: the employer, supervisors, employees, and safety committee. Some things your supervisor is responsible for include making sure you know about the hazards on the job and how to protect yourself, making sure you've memorized all of the health and safety laws in your state or province, making sure you're following all the rules and procedures. Check all answers that apply. More than one answer may be correct. As a worker, some things you are responsible for include following all safety rules and procedures, wearing all protective equipment that the employer says you must wear, reporting any hazards or unusual conditions to your supervisor. Check all that apply. More than one answer may be correct. Health and safety law. The Ministry of Labor in Ontario and Occupational Safety and Health Administration in the U.S. oversee health and safety law. These organizations are in place to ensure that workplaces are safe and healthy by setting and enforcing standards and providing training and assistance. They can enter workplaces at any time to conduct inspections. The Ministry of Labor and OSHA are used to provide resolution for complaints and other issues that workers and companies can't solve on their own. These posters should be available in every workplace. Please see your HR or go online for more information. Workers have 3 basic rights: the right to know about dangerous conditions that you may be exposed to in the workplace, the right to participate in the health and safety process through identifying hazards, membership on the safety committee, workplace training, and other activities, the right to refuse any work that you believe might result in an injury to yourself or a co-worker. In the case of a work refusal, the worker evoking his or her right must report the issue to a supervisor and a safety worker representative, stating that this is a work refusal situation and give a reason why they feel the work is unsafe. A worker may refuse work if they believe that his or her health and safety, or that of a coworker, is in danger due to any of the following: the use of any equipment, machine, or device in the workplace, the physical condition of the workplace itself, work violence or harassment, any contraventions to the Occupational Health and Safety Act or Ministry of Labor law. True or false? If you have a genuine concern that something in your workplace poses a serious danger to yourself or a coworker, you have the right to refuse doing that work until the problem is resolved. What if I get hurt at work? If you become injured or sick while at work, it must be reported immediately, even if you don't see a doctor. There are several employees at all the locations who are trained in first aid. If you need outside medical attention, the company will make sure you get to a doctor. You're responsible for returning the paperwork from your doctor if you can't function at full capacity. The company will offer you modified duties. If you get hurt at work, what should you do? Just go back to work. Report it to your supervisor after a few days if it's still bothering you. Report it to your supervisor immediately. Check all that apply. More than one answer may be correct. Hazards. A hazard is an act or condition that could potentially cause injury to a person or damage property. Remember, the workers must report any hazards they find to their supervisor, so the hazard can be controlled. The employer and supervisor must provide the worker with training and knowledge on hazards.
We maintain a work environment where hazards can be reported free of judgment or retaliation. It's very important that all employees remain alert to the dangers and hazards in their jobs. If anyone discovers a hazard, company policy dictates that they report it to a supervisor or manager right away.
GHS stands for the Globally Harmonized System for the Classification and Labeling of Chemicals. It was developed to provide a standardized system for handling chemicals all over the world. It replaces the programs in use by different countries, such as WMIS in Canada and HAZCOM in the US. Workplace violence and harassment.
StressCrete Group is committed to protecting all employees against workplace violence and harassment. Workplace harassment is speaking or acting towards someone in an antagonizing or unpleasant manner. The key is being respectful and managing your emotions. Your HR rep will go through the violence and harassment policies with you in person.
Personal protective equipment. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, is clothing and equipment designed to protect different parts of the body. Each department has different requirements. However, steel-toed safety shoes and safety glasses are required in all areas of production. True or false? Workplace harassment is characterized by unwelcome behavior that makes a worker feel offended or antagonized and results in a toxic work environment. A hazard can be described as a condition that could cause injury to a person, an act that could cause damage to property, a conflict that only supervisors, not workers, have to worry about. Check all that apply. More than one answer may be correct. What two pieces of personal protective equipment are required in all areas of production? Emergency evacuations. It's important to know what to do and where to go in case of an emergency. This could be anything from a fire, chemical spill, or weather emergency, such as a tornado. Upon discovery of the hazard or weather emergency, notify your supervisor or manager. They will give an evacuation announcement and call 911. Leave the area and close the door behind you. Make sure you use the nearest safe exit and assist anybody who might need help. Proceed to the designated emergency checkpoint. Emergency notifications will be made to alert all occupants of the need to evacuate. Remember, all buildings are equipped with fire extinguishers. Each plant has an AED or automated external defibrillator on site and have several people trained in CPR and first aid.
Remember, everyone plays a role in health and safety. Ask questions when you don't understand something. Wear all the necessary PPE. Obey all the rules and regulations of StressCrete Group. You're the one with the most control over your own safety.